Yellow is an intimidating colour to paint, so why do I have an Imperial Fists army? Because I'm an idiot. But anyway, if you've ever felt intimidated by yellow, it's not as bad as it seems. It can look a little rough sometimes, depending on how you do it. Like, I'm terrible with highlights. I can never get them thin enough, so mine can look a bit rough close up. But I think this is an okay scheme. So why don't we get to the painting table and see how it looks, and see how you can get your Sons of Dorn looking just about tabletop standard. So the first step here is we're going to take the model. It's primed grey, and we're going to paint on Army Painter Fiendish Yellow. Oh, let's see if I can get that in there. I like this. I like this. It's a really good yellow. It really helps. And you want to thin this down quite a bit, because you don't want to do what I often do too much with my models and get too thick a layer on it. So you're going to want to do at least, as the man says, 2 thin coats. So we're just going to get this yellow all on here. It's still probably going on a little thicker than I'd like. Again, don't copy me. Don't copy me. Spin this down a bit more on the palette. I'm using a wet palette here. So we're just going to get 2 thin coats on here. What I'll do is I'll come back when it's all... Okay, the next step for our Imperial Fist here is we're going to take some Iyanden yellow contrast paint. And I'm going to give this an all-over jobby with it. To sort of do this. This is kind of how I do my Imperial Fist. Although, to be fair, when I do my Imperial Fists, I use a speed paint from the Army Painter. So I use Ancient Honey. But I thought, let's stick to GW colours for this one, for the contrast, because actually I do think that this does a good job. I just happened to be out of it, and the stores didn't have any in, so I got some Ancient Honey, and you know what? I liked it. But to be fair, you could substitute this for any of the kind of yellow contrast speed painty things. I think maybe not Nazdrag or Iron Jaws, but definitely Imperial Fists, although that's going to give a lighter yellow finish. But this really is just for filling in the gaps and sort of shading the recesses. That's what I use this for. I mean, alternatively, you could also use Reikland Fleshshade. But yeah, I like this. Okay, so I'll go away, let this dry, and then we're going to come back and we're going to tidy it up. Our next step is going to be to take the yellow again, the Fiendish Yellow or Avalanche Sunset, whatever yellow you prefer, thin it down. We're just going to tidy it up. I don't know why I do this. It'd probably be easier if I just did this as a wash going into the recesses, but this is the way I've done it for years, and I'm an idiot. Said you probably do better if you just put this into your recesses. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around all the panels, and I'm going to get this in there, leaving the Iyanden yellow or whatever speed paint you prefer in the recesses, and then we'll come back and we're going to highlight some yellow armor after that. Okay, what we're going to do now is, with this all tidied up, took 2 layers of very thin down what's it called again, Fiendish Yellow. We're going to take some Dorn Yellow, and we're just going to edge highlight. I've thinned this down a lot because I'm trying to get better at this whole edge highlighting game, and I found that my yellow highlights always tend to go on a bit thicker than I'd like. I mean, that might just be the paint, might be my inability to water it, to thin it down properly, but yeah, Dorn Yellow, and we're just dry brushing. There's not actually that many edges on Mark III that you're going to be highlighting, but there's enough. So, and this is a pretty, I like it. It's a nice highlight color. Obviously, it used to be an edge paint. Now it's a simple layer paint. But yeah, oh god, it looks a bit thicker than I'd like on the camera. So I'm not an expert painter. This is an expert tutorial. This is a scheme. And I honestly think if you follow this, you'll end up with some not terrible looking Imperial Fists like I have. Well, you know, they'll pass the sniff test at a distance. mine passes the test at a big long distance. Anyway, I'm going to finish this up, and then we'll come back, and we're going to do some metallics. Now that that's done, we're going to take some Iron Hand Steel, a lovely bright metallic color, and we're going to paint all the metallics. So we've got the guns here, and of course we have all of the trim, which is a lot of trim on Mark III armor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away, get this painted up, and I'm going to come back and we're going to give that a wash. So for our Imperial Fist breacher here, I like to do the faceplate on these metal. I'm going to take some Basilicanum grey contrast. It's a lovely color, and I'm going to just get all these metallics washed with that. So I'm going to go around, get that into all the nooks and crannies, and then we'll come back and we'll do the next step as well, which is probably going to be highlighting, I should imagine. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start highlighting up, and I'm using Iron Hand Steel for this. You can also, I think you can take this, you can definitely take this one step further and use some Stormhost Silver. Sorry, just lost my words there for a second. I'm going to get that around all of the metal. I'm going to get that highlighted up. But while we're here, what I am going to do is I'm going to prep, is I'm going to do some of the next stages. Just finish just doing the shoulder pad. Love the way the Basilicanum grey sort of really helps shape down the metals. I think it's lovely. I forgot to shade this bit here, so I'll have to go back and do that in a minute. But while I'm here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Runelord brass, and I'm going to do my bullets. In here, and we'll shade them down with Agrax Earthshade. And while I've got this here, I'm going to take I'm going to do a couple of little bits and bobs that will sort of prep for a next stage. You're going to take these lenses here that he's got on. We're going to put some Stormhost Silver right on the center of those lenses, and then we're going to contrast paint on them in a bit. We're going to take some Corvus Black. I'm going to do the gun casing. I didn't thin this down. I really should have done. I just sort of picked it up and started doing it because I'm an idiot. Yeah, get that sort of gun casing color down. And what we'll also do is, while we're here, we're going to take some white stuff. I've already got this thin down on the palette, so I used a bit of something else a few minutes ago. I'm just going to pop that carefully into where the eye lens goes. Stuff's drying very quickly. It's just so hot. I've got a fan going to try and cool it down, but it's not working out. Oh, I've picked up Reikland Fleshshade. Okay, fair enough. And I've just spilled some. I'm going to do the bullet stand with Reikland Fleshshade. Okay, why not? And while we've got the that Stormhost Silver appears to dry, so I'm going to get some Karandras green and some Blood Angels red. So looks like the white skin I've also painted. That's what I'll do. I need some more Blood Angels red. I'm starting to run out. So we're going to pop Blood Angels red into there, and the little lens I'm going to do Blood Angels red as well. So because it's on a different base color, it's going to look very different. So one will look like the islands a little less matte, and then the other one is going to be a bit shiny, and then we're going to put the Karandras green on that eye lens there. And then what we'll do is I'll go away, finish. Oh, you know what? While I'm here, cut down the number of little cuts in this video. We'll take some Black Legion. And we'll use this on the ribbing bits. So, like here. And between the legs as well. So what I'll do is I'll go away, I'll finish all these steps, and I'll come back, and then we'll just have a few little bits and bobs to do. I think we'll just basically have highlighting the, yeah, we'll just be highlighting the gun, which I can probably do now, actually, to be fair, because, yeah, so I'll come back and, yeah, no, I'm not coming back, I'm going to do it. And then that's pretty much the last major step other than transfers and basing. So highlight this with Eshin grey, and what I'll do is I'll go and finish all of this, get him based up and transfers on, and then we'll come back and we'll see what the finished product looked like, and I hope you'll like it. And here's the finished product. Now, it looks a lot rougher on the screen zoomed in than it does in real life from a tabletop distance, but that's the kind of the way it is these days, isn't it? You get the nice big picture. I'm just not that skilled, but I think this has turned out not too bad, and I don't know about you, but yeah, yellow, hard color to paint. But yeah, made a lot easier thanks to Army Painter Fanatic stuff. There's just so much pigment in there. It's fantastic. And yeah, I think that's not too bad a result myself. Base is just simple. It's bird sand, bird grit, a few bits of sprue, some Mechanica Standard grey, then paint the brick bits sort of Doombull brown, a few bits of Carrick stone, wash that with some Agrax Earthshade and Aphonian Camera Shade, I think it was. I put in a few patches just to add some colour, and then dry brush with Carrick stone, and finally Screaming Scum. So anyway, that's that. If you've got any other schemes that you've done for the Imperial Fists, I'd love to see them. If you just want to roast my work, fantastic, comment below. And if you like what you're seeing, you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell. It's always nice to have that happen. And I will see you next time on Just About Tabletop Standard, and keep rolling those dice.